What's up, my friends? DK, Bill, Funnel Team, peeps, all y'all. It is Friday. Friday. The weekend is here. Maybe you're excited. Maybe you're determined. Maybe you're driven. Maybe you're whatever you are. Welcome. Good to have you guys here. Um, so, as I mentioned yesterday, we are talking a lot about mental toughness. I found that video. Actually, I took two videos and I comboed them into one video. So I'll share that with you guys here in a little bit. And we want to help some people out, right? We want to help some people out. So let's get that going and let's go see who's out there, who's taking action, and we want to appreciate the action takers here, for those that are getting out there and crushing it out and doing the work. And that's really what it comes down to, guys. And speaking of Facebook and accounts getting shut down and all that stuff, I mean, that's part of the mental toughness that we were talking about yesterday. And just to give you guys a real life, this is literally a real life example. So we know that for me, if my Facebook account is down, what are some of the things that I got to do? I got to ramp up my other channels, right? I got to go at it and I got to attack those other channels and have that not only patience for Facebook, that hopefully it'll turn around, it'll come around, and knock on wood, I'll get my account back, everything will be good. Um, but in the meantime, like I already have today, I have multiple email blasts going out from my email list. I'm going live on TikTok and on Facebook at noon. I have a live scheduled. So again, it's just I'm doing everything I can on my end to counter, what we're dealing with here. It is what it is. You gotta roll with it. You gotta deal with it, and you gotta find ways to win. And that's what this business is all about, guys. Right? You find ways to win. How do you build an email list? Simple. You share your capture page link. You drive traffic to. You guys are all building an email list. That's what you guys are doing. When you guys share your capture page link and someone goes to your domain link and they opt in, you're building your list. Like that's exactly what you're doing. You're building your list. So what I do is I email my list every single day, multiple times a day, usually twice every single day. And you guys can contact your leads from your app. If you guys want to get your lead list, you guys need to let me know, and I can send you a CSV file of all of your leads. But literally, if you guys have like two or three leads, like don't bother. Like if you guys have hundreds of leads, then sure, that's a different story. So, but you guys can grab a whole file of your leads that I can give you. And you guys, if you have an email autoresponder, you guys can upload your list and email your leads out. But the whole point here, guys, is you got to do what it takes. You got to find ways around. Um, you got to do those things, and to quote, Kirsty, she says this all the time. You gotta learn to rebound your own ball. So if the ball gets hit in your court, you got to rebound that sucker back and find ways to win, and find ways to push forward and keep moving forward. We've said this a million times. You got to be resourceful, right? Put that in the comments right now. Resourceful. You got to be resourceful. You got to find ways. And just like Bill was talking about, like when his account got suspended, when his account got taken down, Bill, you started getting resourceful. And this is, it's a little off topic, but at the same point, like you started doing research like a madman, right? You were going crazy trying to find ways to get a hold of Facebook support to get this resolved.
I went crazy. I mean, like you said, it's a little off topic, but it really does have to do with business. Because if you remember, I always make it a teaching moment. What did I tell you? I go, this is what you do to make it, no matter what, whatever bumps you come into, you ride over them. And I made it a point. I said it out loud. I said, I am getting my Facebook because I needed it for all kinds of stuff, family, all my family stuff's on there.
Yeah.
So I literally. Dan, I did so many things I didn't even like. Like I said, I'm going to send you the list that I got, that I looked up and researched later. But literally, I went on to help centers, and one of the things they told me to do was you can't like communicate with anyone, so you do the feedback, and you say, it says, are you happy with the information? And you hit no, and a box comes up.
Yeah.
Just you hit it, and then you put a little thing in there, like your little letter. And those things work. You got to keep on trying because it is an AI that's doing them.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
another problem. So,
Yep.
but yeah, got to keep on pushing.
Yeah. Um, Okay, so what I want to do is, what do we want to do? Do I want to save? I think I want to save the mental toughness video for the end here because I want to build up to that because it's really freaking good. So, uh, let's head over to you. I want to head over to YouTube. All right, and what we're gonna do is, well, actually, you know what? Let me backtrack here for a second. Let me backtrack. We're gonna go into, where are we now? We're gonna go into, where's my vault? Where's the vault? Vault, 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 vault. Why am I not finding the vault? Da 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 da. Vault. The vault. There we go. Okay, cool. So let's go into the vault first and take a look at our calendar, right? So we're coming up on the end of the month. Okay. Coming up on the end of the month. So, first off, let me ask you guys this: yes or no in the comments. Be honest, be real. Um, did you do, and I'm not even going to ask you guys if you did everything that was on the content calendar because I know it was, for some of you guys it was a lot, for some of you guys it wasn't. um so I want to ask you guys, do you feel, right, do you feel that you gave it your all this month? Yes or no? What do you guys think? Do you feel that you gave it your all? Okay, and be honest, be real. um and take this as a learning moment, a learning opportunity. And this is going to tie directly into the video that I'm going to share with you guys later. Like, knowing what you guys went through this past month, and it's not over yet. We're not there yet. All right, still got a couple days left. But what can you learn? What can you take away? And a couple of yeses in there, a lot of nos. Some I could do betters, right? Definitely do better, definitely improve. What can you, and put this in the comments right now. What do you feel? What was your biggest takeaway from now having a 30-day content calendar? All of the things, the tools, the resources you need: short form videos, long form videos, direct messages, posts, all of those things. After going through this, guys, what do you feel is your biggest takeaway from this month so far? Okay. What is your biggest takeaway? Put that in the comments right now because I want other people to see that too. I want other people to see and realize, like, what did you get out of this? Is that comparable to others? And I know we don't normally compare, but we're kind of taking notes here. Brian, great comment. Great comment. Brian says, I need to be batching. And batching has a lot to do with schedule, right? Based on your schedule, your family life, how you work your business, when you work your business, all of those things. But batching, like, as an example, here's a perfect example. I'm going to batch today. As soon as we're done recording this and we're done, between now and my webinar at noon, I'm going to be recording short form videos like crazy because I'm just going to batch a bunch of videos today. The last time I recorded, and I'm just being real with you guys, the last time I recorded short form videos was last Friday. I made enough short form videos in one day to carry me through an entire week. I didn't have to make any short form videos this past week. And for those of you guys that know, like, and thank goodness for that because of what my wife and I went through over the weekend. We were in the hospital, we were in there for 36 hours, major surgery, all that other stuff, and recovery, being home, all that stuff. Like, thank goodness, I was able to batch a bunch of videos and have that extra time. So batching is huge. So I think it's a great piece of feedback and a great comment there, Brian. Um, Domingo says, working on myself. Wasn't prepared for being away for 2 weeks. Yep. Um, Makes it so much easier than having to come up with everything yourself. Yep. I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. Helps to have a schedule to follow. Sure. Sure.
You,
Um,
you know what I
oh,
got? You know what I
Brian,
got? Sorry, Dan. Go on.
I'll say Brian just dropped a bomb. And let's not forget about this too. In the vault, guys, um, Kirsty dropped a 90-day mindset training in there. 90 days. And he's going through that now. Like, what a huge epic thing to go through, especially since the last couple of days we're talking about mental toughness, right? Direct messaging, gain more leads, increase my audience. Yep. Um, yep. What is batching? Batching is when you make a whole bunch of content at one point versus instead of making like video a day or 3 videos a day, let's say hypothetically that um, let's say you want to put out 3 videos a day, that's 21 videos in a week, right? If you want to do 21 videos in a week, I could make 3 videos a day, or I could make, as an example today, I could make all 21 videos today. So I batch them all together. Means you record them all at one point, all in one time. Because maybe I have free time now. Maybe with your schedule, maybe you have time in the morning, but you don't have time in the afternoon. Maybe you have a whole bunch of time on Tuesday, but you don't have time on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So you would take advantage of Tuesday, right? And you would do all the work there. Okay. Yeah, Mary, great comment in there too. Um, Mary says I did batching for 5 days since I knew I was going out of town for several weeks, and that's a perfect example. If you know you're going to be busy, time with family, you're away, you get your job, you got things, you get life, you get whatever. You take the time that you do have and you max out that free time. You know, that's batching right there. Okay, so now before I dive into this, I'm gonna grab my little draw to heel. Before I dive into this, um, where are we here? So we are looking at this, right? Yesterday was a YouTube video day. Today's the 27th right here. And we're going to head over to YouTube and we're going to go check out we're going to see who's out there, who's doing the work, and then um we're going to take those folks and put them in the wheel of names, and we're going to reward the action takers. But before we do that, um speaking of just action takers, big, huge shout out to our business partner, Kirsty, for smashing, and she ain't done yet, smashing over 50 sales this week. I mean, just absolutely incredible. Appreciate the hell out of you. Just absolutely crushing it. Big Mo, just simply awesome. 50 sales in a freaking week. Guys, that's thousands of dollars in income in a single week. Never mind all the residuals, that she's building up on her team. Just absolutely awesome. Love it.
And she's an elite queen. She sells nothing but elites.
Oh my god, yeah, true, true. Like,
So it's really like it's double the sales when you really
yeah,
think
and
about it.
and and there's people on our team. Don't get me wrong. Like, there's people on our team that they'll do sometimes as high as 50, 70, 100 sales in a week, and they're bringing in all $25 memberships, which is a $15 commission, versus you bring in a $100 membership and you're talking a $70 commission. So, I mean, basic math, 50 sales times 70 versus 50 sales times 15. It's that's
And
a
then there's
that's a
a
that's a
seven
pretty
dollars
pretty significant difference.
and then the bonus, Dan, $7.50, I believe, right? Isn't there an extra
Oh yeah,
bonus or
plus can we like just let's just remind ourselves that we have an incredible cash incentive going on right now. We have an incredible cash bonus going on right now through October with my econ, where every single sale you get, it doesn't matter what level they join at, every single sale you get, when they renew 30 days out, you get an extra $7.50. So if you get 100 sales, that's 100 times, again, it doesn't matter where they came in, it's 100 times $7.50. So that's pretty freaking awesome. And yeah, Linda, to answer your question, the 90-day training is in the bonuses section. I believe. Let me go check that. Mindset Mastery. Is that it right there? I think it's Mindset Mastery, which is in the bonuses section. I don't think it's in the vault. I'll double check the vault, but I think it's in there. Nope, not vault. Bonuses section. Mindset Mastery. Let me go over the playlist here. I believe this is it. Da, 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 da. Yeah, that's it.
Kirsty probably knows.
Yep, that's it. It is in the bonuses section under Mindset Mastery. like whole blank ton of amazing content over there. So like if you, I don't mean to toot our horn here, but I'm gonna toot just for a second here. Like if you guys like seriously went through the bonuses section, there is another when we rolled into my econ last August, we put a 10-part training series in there that walks you guys through. It's another step by step play by play. You got the rotator in there. We got social mastery blueprint in there. $700 value course. We got YouTube University, $500 value course. And these are light value. You could put a way higher dollar amount on these. YouTube Shorts training. I never put a dollar amount attached to that, but I mean, it's pretty solid. Um, you have Instagram training. You have Scalability Pro, which is $1,000 course. You have Mindset Mastery. You have your Craigslist posting and training software in there. I mean, the bonus section alone is worth, we'll just say it's worth a crap ton of money. Okay. There's so much value in there. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to see who actually posted a video yesterday. Let me grab my little doodad here. Let me clear out the drawings. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to come on over here. We're going to go to the wheel of names.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, it sounded like the Wheel of Fortune. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep the wheel of names off to the side here so we can stay on the screen. So I'm going to go to incognito window. Right? We're going to go over to YouTube. We're going to search my Econorific. All right. And what I'm going to do is, what do you think? I'm going to do
Well, upload date.
upload date.
That's
All right.
how I
Yep.
always do it.
Yep. Makes sense. Oh, hey, there's my live that I'm doing later. That's kind of weird. I have a scheduled live for today, and that shows up in the search. That's pretty cool. Um, all right, so obviously you're gonna exclude myself. There's me 2 hours ago. There's hey, consistency. All
We
right,
got
there's
Jason.
JG.
Jason.
JG.
Jason's
All right.
always Jason shows up.
Yeah, Jason going over in the wheel of names. There's Shannon. So
Shannon.
Shannon's going over in the wheel of
Nice.
names. And I got the wheel of names off to the side here. I'll scoot that screen over here in a second and show you guys once I'm done. There's an ad that doesn't really count. And we're going with long form videos again because when I scooch back to, oh, wait. The goal here is to do long form videos. That was what was due, and that's what we're basing this off of, not short form videos. Okay. So I'm going with long forms, and that specifically says short. So, Tony, appreciate the effort there, but
We got
we're going
Beth.
with long. There's Beth. Okay. So, Beth Hayes, shout out. And guys, just do me a favor. Shout out to all these people that are out there doing the work. Um, that are out there doing the work. And by the way, do me a favor right now in the comments, Bill or anybody else, just monitor the comments. If you guys did a YouTube video yesterday, um, or even this week, I'll give you guys this week. Okay, if you guys
Yeah.
did a YouTube video this week, just comment the word YouTube. And I'm obviously doing a search right now, and we'll go on the honor system here.
You got Albert
Shorts.
Black. He put that he did a video. I don't
Okay.
in the
All right.
comments.
There's Gary right there. Gary Lindstrom. Gary, way to go.
Gary, way to
Boom.
go. Way to
I like the
go.
little background there. That's kind of cool. Using the tools that you got. Shorts. Um, I don't know. Emil Watson? Is Emil? I don't know who that is. Emil, if you're on our team, I apologize. I don't know who that is. Corey. There you go. Boom. When was that? That was 2 days ago. Okay, good. Corey H. Rock on. All right, so what do we got? We got 5 people in here so far. Let me put Albert in here. Albert B. All right. Let me go through Domingo. Okay. I know you're out there working it.
So
Domingo. Who else?
Dan, Lydia tried. She's got a question for you. How long is long form? She went and did it. I don't know if you want to throw her in there just for kicks and giggles. Lydia. She has
Linda
a
or
question.
Lydia?
I'm sorry, Linda. Sorry. I need my glasses.
It happens.
Getting up there.
Um, yeah, I mean,
It's all good.
okay, so long form is literally anything that's longer than a minute, and long form instead of your video being vertical, your phone being vertical like a TikTok, your video is horizontal. So that's the difference there. So let me scroll through here. 2 days. Let me see. Tony's shorts, shorts, shorts. Man, you guys are rocking the shorts out. Rocking
Yeah,
the
they love
shorts.
the shorts. Make sure you put, there's some shorts I seen, there's no, what do you call it, Dan? The direction. What do you call
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah.
file?
Let's talk about that. Let's talk
Yeah,
about that here for a
because
second.
I actually went to help someone once with something. Oh, I was doing the email for one of our winners,
Uh,
and and I
Shannon, great thumbnail. That's awesome.
you're so
That is
she
a
got me.
good that
You
is a
got me.
good thumbnail right there. I mean, you know what? Let's talk about this for a second. Like talk about just having fun. Like talk about having fun. Um that's just having fun with your thumbnail. You know what I mean? Like little unhappy face there. That's just having fun with your thumbnail. That's all right. Way to go.
Well, what I
Okay.
noticed, Dan, is when you see the people that do the videos, some of them are addicted. They're having fun. I mean, they're loving doing this.
Yeah.
Once they broke through, they're enjoying it. It's not a chore anymore, and that's
Yep.
kind of what you always say. Like, just get it done.
Yep. That's it. All right. So we're getting back. These are all like 2 weeks ago. Okay.
All right,
two
we're
weeks
good.
ago. Da, 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 da. Okay. So yeah, let's. Bill brought up a really good point. You and I were talking about this the other day. Some of you guys have put videos out, and um, and and I want to do a long form video versus a short, but it's the same rules apply. Okay, the same rules apply. Hear me out. So I'm going to go into Beth's video right here, and I'm not picking on Beth because I think she actually did it right. Look at that. She's keeping it casual. She's sipping a drink. She's like, "Hey, what's up?" So what we have seen, guys, in some of your videos here on YouTube, you guys will upload your video, and this whole section here, like the comments underneath the video, this is completely blank. This is literally completely blank. Or, there'll be like one sentence that says like, "Hey, what's up?" and there's no link. Like there's
Or
literally no
or
link.
or they do the work and it says join my econ with no link, and then they
Yeah,
go find
exactly.
someone
Yeah.
else, you
Like
know?
shift your income, get started now. And again, not picking on Beth. Beth actually did it correctly. But
Yes.
we've seen it where it says like, "Hey, like join my econ, join us today," and there's no link. So make sure when you guys are filling out the your YouTube videos and you guys are going through and putting the comments in there, um, make sure that you guys are putting your link in here. Put your link in there because in the video, hopefully, there should be some type of call to action, some type of something to, um, hey, click the link in the description down below, or have your domain on the video. Maybe that's in there. Maybe you have your domain on the video, and it's like, hey, go to, in Beth's case, my instantpayraise.com. Great domain, by the way. My instantpayraise.com. So it's like, you're drawing attention to that. So, but we have seen a few YouTube videos again, guys, where you guys, this whole section's blank. And you're, it's like you guys are doing the work, but you're not doing 100% of the work. You're doing like 75% of the work. Now, how do you know that you have everything in there? YouTube University inside of our bonuses section. YouTube University will explain all of that stuff to you from, filling out the description here to like the title of your video, the thumbnails, all of that stuff is covered inside of YouTube University. Okay. So if that makes sense, comment makes sense in the comments, let me know. Make sure you guys are smelling what I'm stepping in. Okay. Picking up what I'm putting down, catching what I'm throwing. Okay.
Mhm.
So just want to cover that there. All right. Now, what else we got? Okay. So I think we have everybody. I think I got everybody. Um,
Let's
okay.
do it.
So what I'm going to do is let me minimize this, and I'm going to X out of that. I'm going to take the wheel of names. Come on. Ugh. Drag this over here. All right, there we go. So here's the wheel. And again, if you did a YouTube video and for whatever reason I don't see your name, let me know because every now and then when we do those searches, it is possible. It is possible that we don't see a video in there.
I think Brian says he did one. Yeah, it's possible. That doesn't come up, I
It
guess.
is possible. And we're going on the honor system here.
Yes, yes.
Okay. We're going on the honor system. So if you don't see your name in there and you did do a full length video, meaning longer than a minute, pop it in there. Let me know. I'm just going back through, making sure I got everybody that commented. Okay, awesome. Awesome. So first off, guys, shout out to these people for doing the work. Shout out to these people for getting out there, creating the content. And I know for some of you guys, the YouTube is a stretch because you got to talk longer than a minute. That's where editing comes in. You can break it down into chunks, and we've talked about this, and you guys can figure this stuff out. We've given you guys the YouTube video scripts. You can literally record it like a sentence at a time if need be. And then in a basic video editor, just chop out all the dead space. And now I'm gonna it's it's becoming even easier. Let me show you guys something. And um let me talk about this here for 1 second. Um for a lot of people ask me like, hey, what video editor do you guys use? Do I use? I use Veed. Now, full disclosure, Veed is a paid video editor. You cannot use it for free. You got to pay for it. But it's not a lot of money. It's really not. But here's what's really cool. And I already made these videos, but what I'm going to do is when you're in here, when you're using Veed, let me see if I can pull this over here. Specifically, where the heck is it? When you go to subtitles, now I already have the subtitles in here. But when you go to subtitles and you're using Veed, and I'm just giving you guys this one example because for some of you guys that don't know video editing, or you're not that good at video editing, or you want to record a long form video, but you feel like you have to memorize the entire script, you don't. Okay. You guys see all that, like you see this right here, this right here, this right here, this right here. These are all spots where I clipped out dead space because I'm talking and I flubbed. I said, "Oh crap, let me start it over. Oh, let me gather my thoughts here. Let me pause." This is all where I clipped out dead space. What's really cool, now I already have the captions in here, but when you're using Veed, this specific editor, when you're using this, before I put the captions in here, what you can do is Veed will automatically chop out the dead space because it has incredible AI technology where it has all the filters and all the doodads and all the techie stuff where it can chop out if you say and you're spacing your words out, it can get rid of all the filler words. It gets rid of all the ahs and ums. Okay, it gets rid of those and it can chop out the dead space automatically, which is really cool. So if you guys are looking for or need a video editor, Veed could be a really good one for you if you guys are going to take the whole getting on YouTube thing and getting serious about that because it can just help you guys out. And I know some of you guys won't go ahead and do the YouTube videos because you're worried too much about getting it perfect. Okay. Okay. So here we go. Let's give some stuff away. So the winner is going to go into my personal rotator and you're going to stay in there until you get a sale. Now, I'm not going to guarantee you when that's going to be because I have a lot of people in my personal rotator for my own personal sales. Okay. So you're going to stay in there. It could be a day, it could be a week, it could be a month. I don't know. But you're going to stay in my rotator until you make a sale. Bill is also going to take your capture page link of choice and
The app.
preferably the one from your app so you can get notified when you see the leads come through. And he's going to take that and he's going to blast it out to his email list. Bill, what's your email list? Like 50,000 subscribers or some crazy like
Right,
that?
right around there. It's all
Yeah.
cleaned up.
So,
It's all cleaned up, Dan.
yeah, which means good open rates, more leads for you. So and this is exactly what we did. You notice another action taker here. He's here on camera. He's here with us live now. This Domingo just did this exact same thing a week and a half ago when we did the Who Went Live challenge. We pulled Domingo's name, put him into my rotator. Bill sent his email out. He got 20 plus leads and a sale because he's an action taker, which is awesome. Okay. So now, who knows? Maybe he'll even win again. We'll see. Domingo, I bet you'd like that, right? He's shaking his head. Yep. All right. So here we go, guys. Here we go. But that's it. I mean, hey, if you're an action taker, you're an action taker. It is what it is. So, all right, let me spin the wheel, guys. Here we go. Let's see who's going to win some magic here. Where's my, what am I doing? All right, there we go. Let's go. Who's going to win? Who's going to win?
Seaside Heights, baby. Ooh, the boardwalk.
Ooh.
Shannon!
Action takers. There's another one right there. So shout out to Shannon. Shout out to Shannon. I will get her. Is she on live with us right now? I don't know. I will get.
I think she is.
Awesome.
She's here.
Great job. Congrats, Shannon. I mean, talk about an action taker out there on YouTube consistently, doing the short form videos consistently, out there rocking it out. Just a true, awesome person and leader on our team here. So awesome. So we will get you added in for sure. Okay.
Excellent.
Now what I want to do, I want to come off here for a second. I want to play that video from Tom Brady. Yes, TB12. Go Patriots. Giants suck. Just kidding, Bill. Bill's like, he's a Giants fan. Sorry. Had to. Door was open. So shout out to all of you guys, all the action takers that are getting out there and making this your best month, putting the effort in. Appreciate you guys, really, truly. So we've been talking about a lot of mental toughness just based on, what I've personally experienced dealing with the whole Facebook thing. Bill just dealt with it. I know some of you guys have gotten slapped on the wrist. Some of you guys have had your YouTube channels taken down, your TikTok channels taken down, whatever it is. And it's about the fortitude and finding the ways to win, guys. That's what this business is all about, is constantly finding ways to win. And, when you have that right mental toughness, the right attitude, you're going to find ways to win. But I'm telling you right now, the only way that's going to happen is by investing into yourself. And I think, was it Brian that said he was going through the 90-day mindset thing that Kirsty put together? That's over in our bonuses section. What a great way to invest into yourself. Books, audios, the training that we have for you guys. There's so many awesome ways that you guys can invest in yourself, but I can promise you, guarantee you, if you don't invest into yourself, if you don't properly do it and do it consistently, you will quit. At some point, you're going to find a reason, you're going to find a way, you're going to reach into your pocket, grab an excuse, and it's going to come down to three things. I don't have the money, I don't have the time, I don't know how. It's going to come down to one of those. And you're going to use one of those excuses, and you're going to give up on yourself, your family, your future, your income, your bank account, because you weren't mentally tough enough. And that's about as direct as I could get with you. And that's real life. Myself, Kirsty, Bill, like so many of us, we've been doing this for years. Seen a lot of people come and go. But the people who are mentally tough are the ones that hang around. The people who are mentally tough are the ones that end up winning, because they're in it to win it long enough. And that's just what it comes down to: patience, strength, fortitude, drive. Okay. So let me share my screen and let me try to find this file here. There it is. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So may want to turn your volume up a little bit here, but you guys should be able to hear this. Can you guys see my screen? Just give me a thumbs up if you guys can see TB12 there on your screen. Okay.
All good.
And please, whatever you're doing for the next, how long is this? For the next 1 minute and 31 seconds. So I might even play it twice because it's that good. Because you got to pick up on, there's several things he says that you just got to, and he slides them in there. But you got to pick up on this. And it's so dead on. It's so dead on. All right. So listen up. And once I play it, and any of you guys that are on camera, just give me a thumbs up and just let me know that you can hear it. I just want to make sure it's going to come in loud and clear. Okay, here we go.
Be successful at anything, The truth is, you don't have to be special. You just have to be what most people aren't. Consistent, determined, and willing to work for it. No shortcuts. Integrity, purpose, determination, and discipline that it takes to be a champion in life.
There will come opportunities in life, when they're presented to you, in front of you. It's just a matter of whether you're not prepared to take advantage of the opportunity. But you got to develop that resilience within you. Life is not about how much you succeed. It's about what happens when you fail, right? So life is, you could look at like, man, what's been inspiring for me? If you said, oh, Tom, what are the greatest wins? I'd be like, the wins, yeah. Let's talk about the losses. Those are the ones that really, made me who I am. And as you go through life, and we're all adults, things happen in life that you don't want to have happen. Whether you lose a game, or whether things don't go well at work, or something with your child, or, there's a lot of things that come up in our personal and professional lives that just don't go the way we want. And how do you deal with it? You deal with class and integrity, and with courage and with resilience, and you're able to share emotion with people, and do you have other people in your life that can help you through those things? And I think, like I said, my blessing is I've had people that go through those things with me. And, they always say, double the pleasure and divide the pain. And that's what relationships are all about. When you care for those people, and when you love them, and when you give to them, they give back. And, that's where the reward comes.
Be successful at anything.
One more time.
The truth is, you don't have to be special. You just have to be what most people aren't. Consistent, determined, and willing to work for it. No shortcuts. Integrity, purpose, determination, and discipline that it takes to be a champion in life.
There will come opportunities in life, when they're presented to you, in front of you. It's just a matter of whether you're not prepared to take advantage of the opportunity. But you got to develop that resilience within you. Life is not about how much you succeed. It's about what happens when you fail, right? So life is, you could look at like, man, what's been inspiring for me? If you said, oh, Tom, what are the greatest wins? I'd be like, the wins, let's talk about the losses. Those are the ones that really, made me who I am. And as you go through life, and we're all adults, things happen in life that you don't want to have happen. Whether you lose a game, or whether things don't go well at work, or something with your child, or, there's a lot of things that come up in our personal and professional lives that just don't go the way we want. And how do you deal with it? You deal with class and integrity, and with courage and with resilience, and you're able to share emotion with people, and do you have other people in your life that can help you through those things? And I think, like I said, my blessing is I've had people that go through those things with me. And, they always say, double the pleasure and divide the pain. And that's what relationships are all about. When you care for those people, and when you love them, and when you give to them, they give back. And, that's where the reward comes.
Yeah. So I think one of my favorite, and this is what I was saying like earlier, he kind of like slides some stuff in there that I love. This part right here is probably one of my favorites. It's like, all the time, like we're presented with opportunities, but sometimes we're not ready to receive those. We're not ready to take those in. But this part right here,
in you, life is not about how much you succeed. It's about what happens when you fail.
Oof. I love that line right there. That line literally gets me choked up. It's what happens when you fail. And that one point right there, that one specific line, it's what happens when you fail. So let me come out of this real quick. How the heck do I unshare? Okay, there we go. So, I don't know if out of anything that was in there, anything stood out to you, but for me, that's the one that grabs me every single time. It's what you do when you fail. And you guys have probably heard this line. Maybe you've heard this, maybe you haven't. Maybe you've heard it 100 times. It's not what happens to you; it's what you do about it. So we're presented throughout our entire lives with challenges, obstacles, things that we feel are insurmountable. And there's even a line or a quote or a phrase or whatever you want to call it out there. They say like, God doesn't give us more than what we can handle, or something along those lines. I'm sure someone can correct me on that. But the whole point is like, when you are presented with a challenge, you can either rise up, you can do something about it, or you can accept it. And those little decisions, and believe it or not, guys, like we are faced with those sometimes little decisions, sometimes big decisions. We are faced with those decisions every single day. And those decisions compound and they add up. And, we've talked about this before. Like, you are where you are right now because of all the decisions that you've made in your life. So if you look at the results in your business, if you look at the results in your life, if you look at the money that's in your bank account, if you look at the home that you live in, if you look at the car that you drive, if you look at literally everything that you do and the things you have and the things that maybe you wish you had, it's all because of the decisions you've made. So, when I go back and I hear that line, it's like, it's about what you do when you get knocked down, when you fail, it's about what you do about it. Are you willing to be mentally tough to put in the work and rise above all that? Or do you just be like, this is my life and I guess it is what it is, you know? So to put it bluntly, you can create results or you can create excuses. And the choice is always going to be yours. It's always going to be yours. So hope you guys appreciate that and hope that makes sense. Anything else on that, Bill? We're wrapping it up. It's Friday. I got work to do. I got to batch some videos.
I got work to do too. Yeah, let's wrap it up. Yeah, that video was good. I like the part that stuck out for me is I forget the beginning with the wins, but he said the pain. You need people around you,
Yeah,
and
huge part.
to divide the pain, so it's softer. And that's kind of, we want to take it to business. That's kind of what this community is.
It's exactly what this community
That's
is.
what we're
Yeah.
here for. Like, if let's celebrate the wins, but we're here for you for the losses, and we're here all the time. Doesn't mean on the Zoom we're here. You know what I mean? We're not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
We're not a team that, is disappearing tomorrow. You know what I mean? So that means a lot in this industry. So
Yep. Yeah, double the pleasure and divide the pain, and that's
that's it. Yeah.
that's why we share the stories that we do with you guys. All the stuff that we share with you guys here, whether it's personal, it's what we're dealing with as a team or whatever. It's all real life. It's all real stuff, and we share it with you guys. We work together with you guys. We try to help push, motivate, inspire you guys, learn from things. It's all one big journey, and we're all here together. So appreciate you guys. Get out there. Let's go crush it. Have an awesome weekend, guys. Thank you guys for being here, for taking time out of your day, either live with us now or watching the replay. And we'll see you guys live on Monday. Have a great weekend, everyone. Later.